Hey there, Danny here. Welcome to my ramblings. Today, um, let's discuss making yourself small and dumbing yourself down. So, looking back over my whole life dating, I realized one common theme with me was I either dumbed myself down or I played small. And I didn't realize that I was doing it. I think somewhere deep down I knew it, but I didn't realize it. And then once I realized that I had done it in every relationship, I started digging back through where could that have come from? Why would I do that? Because it was preconditioned into me. That's what I was reminded of as a small child. You don't ever want to let the man you're with know that you're smarter than him or any of that, because he's not gonna be interested. And I guess I never realized that it just stuck with me all these years. It was a limiting belief that I internalized and didn't even realize it. And once I realized that I was doing that, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to be like that. How can I say that I want to be with somebody and have them love me and care about me for who I am if I'm making myself small or dumbing myself down? Okay, so now I know I needed to work on that. And I can tell you that that was eye-opening, and that made me look at all the other things. All the other things that were limiting beliefs from my childhood. Not necessarily that my mom said to me, but things that other adults around me that at the time as a small child, not really knowing anything, looked up to. As I got older and started to see things, I was like, okay, well, I don't know why they think that, because now that I'm an adult, yeah, that's just insane to think like that. So I would get rid of those beliefs. But there was a limited amount of these beliefs that were instilled in me as I was a child and growing up that I didn't realize that I hung on to. And I think that's where the codependency came from, was because my mother had to deal with an alcoholic father, and she exhibited a lot of traits of her alcoholic. And it wasn't even her biological father, it was her stepfather, which she exhibited a lot of traits that he had too. So, I mean, I really had to look back over all the limiting beliefs. And I got towards the end of looking at all of this stuff, and all of a sudden I started to feel like there was one thing missing, and I couldn't figure out what that one thing missing was. One thing that would tie all this together. And then I kept having these weird thoughts of me as a child. This little girl playing out in the playground, and different things that would come back, and I would think about them and I'd think, okay, what is this? And I listened to thought-provoking, motivational type stuff when I don't want to listen to the radio. So all of a sudden I start hearing on these things that you have to release your inner child. And I'm like, well, what the hell is that? I'll go play in the puddles in the rain. When I owned my Jeep, we used to go puddle jumping all the damn time. It was my favorite thing to do. So I'm thinking, okay, childlike stuff, I'm okay with doing. Like, I couldn't get it. I couldn't grasp it. Then today, I had a mishap that happened, so I ended up not working all day. Came home. I got YouTube going on in the background on the laptop, and I'm writing. I'm just a writing fool today about whatever and anything. And it clicks. It wasn't that I needed to go back and let out my inner child. It was that I needed to embrace the reason she wanted to do the things that she wanted to do, even though people told her she couldn't. And once I did that, the weight of the world just lifted. Where I'm going from here, I don't know. And I'm going to keep sharing with you things that I figure out along the way. Actually, I wrote a bunch of stuff today that eventually I will share it all with you. I'm not so sure that you guys are in. That's like an hour-long video, I think, from everything that I wrote today and all the little epiphanies that I had. But if you tend to make yourself small or dumb yourself down when you're dating, don't do it. Give it up. It's not getting you what you want. Those men who want you to be dumbed down and smaller are not the good guys. They're not the decent guys out there that you want to be with. Those are the ones that want to be able to manipulate and control you. So why give them that? Literally. Don't dumb yourself down. And don't make yourself small for anybody. Because the person who truly loves you is going to love you no matter how high your dreams are. And no matter how crazy you can get, they're going to love you for you. Because they're going to see you. I couldn't let those people see me. I didn't know it at the time. I couldn't let them see me. I should have. I probably wouldn't have been in half the situations that I was in if I had not dumbed myself down or made myself small. But at the time, I didn't know this. But I'm telling you now, don't dumb yourself down and don't make yourself small. Because the truth is, no. I want somebody who's going to love me for me. And that requires me to be me. So when I look back over these last 3 years or so, I realized that I had to fix me. It wasn't the picker that was off. It was the pre-programming that I had that was throwing me off. And once I realized it and was able to figure out how to get around it and really look at myself honestly, there was like this huge freedom that just got released, and I'm lighter. I'm so much lighter than I have ever been. Don't dumb yourself down, and don't make yourself small. Be you, and the person who's supposed to love you will come to love you. So don't dumb yourself down or make yourself small. Good night.